When I was 11 years old, my mother did something. She bought me the entire collection of Encyclopedia Britannica, which was like the Google of its time. And for hours, I sit and read through those books, and at the time, I was a big Greek mythology fan. So I sit and I read about Zeus and Hera and the trials of Hercules and Perseus and Odysseus. I was a real big fan of the movie Clash of the Titans. I love the movie Odyssey. I love the TV series Hercules that came out with Kevin Sorbo. And what I can say those books instilled in me was just a desire to know shit. I just wanted to know as much stuff as possible. And I just love learning. And it was just unfortunate that love of learning didn't transfer over to school. I hated school, man. And every school year started off the same. I start off with intentions to do my best. And in the beginning, I do good. We read a chapter, do the reviews and the exercises, take the practice tests. But somewhere along the line, things will become a mess. The teacher will be like, "We're behind." We start skipping chapters. He started looking stressed. And it was usually around the time we had to take the standardized test. So I'd struggle with the work, need help, come home and ask my mother. And she'd be like, "It's been a long time since I was in school. That work done changed so much. Why don't you ask your brother?"
Just ask your
so
brother.
I'd march over to him with my school book.
Hey, Sean.
And he'd do shit like squeeze his nuts through his clenched fist and be like, "Hey, Sean, look." See, to him, it wasn't important that he taught me how to do math or how to read and write. He taught me not to be a punk.
Yo, hit him
He
back,
taught me
man.
how to fight.
Hit him back.
He taught me how to dress and to keep my gear tight. He taught me how to dance and to party through the night. He taught me how to talk to girls. Taught me not to be a hater. Showed me the 30-gauge pistol he had stashed in the radiator. The crack under the mattress my mother washed down the sink. He gave me my first blunt, my first beer to drink. See, my brother was what some people would call bad. And because he was bad, people wanted to save him. When he was in the choir, our pastor, Pastor Eastman, wanted to save him. His basketball coaches wanted to save him. Good Samaritans in the neighborhood that just saw him going the wrong way wanted to put him under the wing and save him. When he was 16, he got his girlfriend pregnant and was in danger of getting kicked out of school. And my mother and my sister banded together, to make sure that he stayed in school and push him through and make sure he graduated. And he did. He graduated, man. Me, I was a quiet kid that kept to myself. I wasn't into sports. I wasn't athletic. I wasn't in the choir or anything like that. I wasn't in the streets wilding out. And I had what I refer to as, "Oh, that's nice talents." In the hood, if you could do things like sing or play basketball, people look at you and see dollar signs. The C's part, they can't do enough for you. People look at me and they say, "Oh, you write stories? That's nice. That's nice you write stories. Keep it up. You could draw? Oh, that's nice. That's nice you draw. Keep it up." And by nature of what I did, everybody automatically assumed that I was a good kid. So they say, "Oh, he's just some oddball that sits in a house and writes stories. There's nothing to be concerned about." And I got into trouble, but not enough trouble the way I'd be deemed a bad kid and need to be saved. And I did okay, but not good enough the way I'd be deemed this great kid that need to be praised. So I was just kind of like left alone and slipped through the cracks. And back in them days, the public school system felt like it was counterproductive to separate you from your peer group. So even if you failed, they wouldn't leave you back. So I failed, and I got ushered from grade to grade when I didn't know jack, still counting on my fingers to add and subtract. And in high school, I found myself feeling like I was in quicksand because the new work was based on the old work that I didn't understand. So rather than sit in class feeling like a fool, I'd smoke weed on the steps across the street from the school. Inevitably, I became a high school dropout, sold crack, caught a case, and copped out. And all my mother wanted me to do was finish school, get a good job, and get the hell out of the house. Seems simple. I wish it was.